Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ramani. In today's video, I want to talk about some simple, practical, holistic beauty hacks. I feel like a lot of the videos that I see on Instagram and on YouTube and TikTok, we have these beauty hacks, but you either have to spend an arm and a leg, or it's not something that you can really keep up with. So today, I just wanted to give some alternative tips that you can follow. These tips are going to be centered around hair and skin, and so if you have any other remedies or beauty hacks that you follow, you can always leave them down below in the comments for everybody else. My first tip for you is to start incorporating castor oil into your everyday regimen. I've been using castor oil for about 2 months now because I was visiting my grandma and she swears by castor oil. She wants you to drink it, she wants you to put it on your body. So I was using it when I was with her and I saw a significant difference in how my skin was feeling. So I just kept her castor oil and I started using it every day after I showered. Before I was using castor oil, I was lathering my body in Vaseline, which I will still do if I don't have a lot of castor oil. Like right now, I'm kind of running out of castor oil, so I try to mix it with the Vaseline. But I was just noticing that my skin was a lot softer when I used castor oil than when I used Vaseline. I have found that your skin needs to be a little damp when you apply it. So after you get out the shower, make sure you're not completely dry because then you're just putting oil on dry skin. You want to put oil on damp skin, but your skin is going to thank you whether you put it on your face or your entire body. I like to just use it on my face and my body. I feel like my skin has just been a lot clearer than it normally is. I don't have a lot of acne right now anyway, just because my eating habits are pretty good right now, but it can just be kind of iffy sometimes. So I've noticed that with using castor oil, I don't have any blemishes and it just really gives me a clear face. It's also been fading some of the dark marks that I have on my skin. So I do have some dark marks on my stomach and on my thigh. Ever since I've been using castor oil on them, it's just been fading them and it's been making the spots a lot smoother. So I'm literally telling everybody, like, you need to be using castor oil. And aside from using castor oil on my skin, I've been applying castor oil to my edges. Since I have locks, I don't necessarily like putting oil in my hair and like on my locks, but I do like to use it on my edges and I've been seeing significant improvement. I've had traction alopecia for a little bit of time. When I say a little bit of time, I mean like a decade, just because before I had locks, I would do protective styles and some of the braids on my scalp would like tug at my edges, so my edges have just been through the ringer. But with using castor oil, I've noticed that my edges have been growing back, so I'm really happy about that. And if you don't have locks, you can just put the castor oil throughout your head and like really massage it. On top of using castor oil for your skin, you should also look into shea butter, and not the fake shea butter that you can find at like any convenience store. I'm talking about like raw African shea butter. It is going to hydrate your skin so much. And even when I was a loose natural and I would do braid outs, I would also use shea butter a little bit in my braid outs and it would make my hair so moisturized. And if you have dark spots or stretch marks, shea butter is going to be a lifesaver. I haven't been using shea butter just because right now I'm traveling, so I don't really have a lot of products in general, and it's just easy for me to keep up with one product, which is the castor oil. But when I'm back home, I love using shea butter. And even if you want to apply shea butter to the ends of your hair to keep them moisturized to avoid split ends or breakage or damage, you can also do that. It just started raining outside, so I hope that it's not messing up the audio too much. But our next beauty hack is going to be rose water. So rose water, like as a spray, is so hydrating. When I first started my lock journey, I would spray rose water on my hair all the time, and then I also sprayed it on my skin and it made my skin so soft. I see a lot of people buy rose water. I've never been one to buy rose water. I actually have a tutorial on here about how I make rose water because I just make rose tea. So I boil the roses, I make it in a big pot, and then I put it in a spray bottle, and that's how I make my rose water. But even if you want to buy it, I'm sure it would be fine, but you are going to see tremendous change with your hair and the health of your skin if you start applying rose water daily. And rose water is something that you can apply before you use a oil or a moisturizer. So like, let's say you just got out the shower and you want to apply the rose water, you would get in the shower, you would dry off, and then you would spray your face with rose water, and then you could kind of like seal that moisture in with the castor oil or the shea butter. The next beauty tip is to use aloe vera. I love using aloe vera, but aloe vera is so like transformative when it comes to blemishes on the skin. If you have a cut, if you have a rash, or if you just have some type of like mark that you don't want on your body, you can always use aloe vera to heal it, because aloe vera, like the plant plant itself, it heals wounds. If you have hyperpigmentation, if you have dry patches, apply aloe vera. The way that I like to use aloe vera is to get an aloe vera leaf, and you should be able to find it in the produce section at a grocery store, but it's about this big, and I would just like cut it and I'll use the gel and I might like rub it on my skin. I don't rub it on my entire body because sometimes I don't like the after effects that like it has. Sometimes it just makes my skin feel weird, but if I do have like a cut or something, I would just apply it right there and it would heal it. And when I was suffering from like acne on my cheeks, I would put aloe vera juice on my skin, so I didn't use the gel back when I had acne. But now that I have access to the gel and like I can use the plant, I like to use the plant. But you can go either or. So if you don't want to use the aloe vera plant, then you could just buy aloe vera juice, and just make sure it comes like in a dark bottle. So you don't want it to be like in a clear bottle, because I think like the sunlight affects the properties, like the healing properties of it. Just like for essential oils, you want to keep them in like dark spaces, just because I think that the sun has some like effect on it. So even when I do use the aloe vera leaf, I keep it in the fridge so that it's dark and it's cold. And then if I use the aloe vera juice, I like to keep it in a dark, cold space as well. Aloe vera juice is also very good for your hair, so I try not to use the gel in my hair too much, so I only use the gel on my skin. But when it comes to my hair, if I want to use aloe vera, I would use aloe vera juice. And then sometimes if I don't buy aloe vera juice, I'll just take the aloe vera gel from the plant, I'll mix it with like some rose water, I'll blend it, and then I put it in a spray bottle that way. You can just buy aloe vera juice to put in your hair because it's not that serious, but you can just buy the juice and it is going to hydrate your hair. Aloe vera juice and rose water, I used to mix it together and put it in my locks. I haven't, recently, but it was making my hair so hydrated, and that was the only way that I could kind of like get rid of this itchy scalp issue that I was having, was rose water and aloe vera juice mixed together. The next beauty tip is for the girls who wear makeup. So you can use coconut oil to take your makeup off instead of these like harsh makeup removers that have all of the chemicals. All you need is a cotton ball or like a cotton swab, and you have some like liquid coconut oil, because obviously if it's in like a hardened state, it's not going to help you. You can just apply the coconut oil to your made up face. You can take the cotton swab and you just start to kind of like wipe the makeup off. And if you don't really want to use coconut oil, I also like to use micellar water. I'm not sure how natural micellar water is though, but I mean, it has water in the title, so it can't be that bad. My next tip is to use exfoliation gloves instead of washcloths, or I guess you can still use washcloths, but when you want to exfoliate, you can use exfoliation gloves. I completely stopped using washcloths a few years ago, so like I have a pack of like 12 exfoliation gloves that I got from Amazon. I would just like rotate them out, and when I'm done with them, I just throw them away because they're fairly like affordable, so you don't have to keep reusing them at all. That is going to make your skin so smooth. I noticed with like washcloths, it just wasn't giving. Like the exfoliation gloves, it's like you're literally exfoliating every single day. I'm not sure if you're supposed to exfoliate every single day, but I do, and my skin feels very soft. But exfoliating is so good because it's going to remove like buildup and dead skin cells and dirt from your body. So it's going to prepare your skin to absorb more of the castor oil and the shea butter that we were talking about before. And last but not least, moisturize your hair with water. I was gonna say that at the beginning, but it's something that I felt like maybe everybody does, so I was like, I'll save it for the end. Make sure you are spraying water on your hair, not just rose water, not just aloe vera juice. Make sure you are spraying H2O on your hair. Your hair is basically a plant and it needs water. You can put all the other stuff in there, but make sure your hair is getting actual water. And then my last beauty tip, my last beauty hack is to eat fruits and vegetables and drink a lot of water. If you're eating a lot of fast food and processed food and soda and alcohol, it's going to show on your body. You're not going to look your best because that stuff is poisonous. So you can always look your best by maintaining a healthy diet of like fruits and vegetables and clean water and lean meats. And if you don't know what to eat, I will link some of my meal plans down below. Try to incorporate more fruits and vegetables in your everyday life. Okay, it's obviously time for me to cut the video off because the birds are chirping and I can't hear myself think. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Oh, they stopped. No, they didn't stop. Girl, I don't know. We're gonna end the video right here anyway. Make sure you leave me a brown heart. Oh my god. Oh no, because I'm in Costa Rica right now and it just be so much stuff flying. Make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave me a brown heart in the comments if you enjoyed this video. Send some beauty hacks my way down below if I missed them, and I will see you in my next video.